Good morning, students. Now, in this video, in this session, we will read the chapter. I hope that you have seen the first two videos and have understood the next chapter that we are going to start, that is chapter 2, hardware and software. In the videos, I had explained you about what do we mean by hardware and what do we mean by software. Let's again read the chapter. Chapter number 2 on page number 16. Chapter 2, hardware and software. Let us consider a television system showing a cartoon film. Like we see at home, we see cartoons on television. So the television system has different parts that work together to show the film. These parts are screen, remote, and set-top box. Yes, without the set-top box, you will not get the signal and you can't see the picture on the screen. The remote controls the set-top box. So all these three devices, that is screen, set-top box and remote, these three devices are working all together. Hence you are able to see that cartoon film. Any one of them will not work, then you can't see the cartoon film. You can see and touch these parts. Yes, we can see this, we can touch the screen, we can see the screen, we can touch the setup box, we can see the setup box. Similarly, we can touch the remote and we can see the remote, but we can't touch the cartoon film which is running inside the screen. In the same way, a computer system also has different parts that work together to do various tasks. These parts, as I had shown in the video, are the keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, and so on. Sir had shown you the computer system in the office where it has a monitor, the screen, it had a CPU, the central processing unit or the brain of the computer, and keyboard, mouse. So all these parts have to work together, hence the computer system will work. You can touch these parts. Yes, as I had shown in the video, we can touch these parts. These parts which you can touch are called hardware. What are they known as? They are known as hardware. 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 Now, if you want to make a drawing on a computer, like sir had opened up the paint program for drawing, for doing drawing, you can use tux paint or we can use tux paint as we have did in the last class. Use tux paint software to write text on a computer. You can use text editor software, like I had opened MS Word for typing the text. We had used text editor in the previous class. So hardware and software together form a computer system. As I had told you, hardware and software, they both together forms a computer system. They both are necessary, they both are required. Let us now learn about hardware and software in detail. Hardware. The parts of a computer system that you can see and touch are called hardware, which we can see, touch are called hardware. In a computer system, all the input, processing, output, and storage devices are its hardware. Sir had shown you the input devices, processing devices, these output devices, storage devices are inside the CPU, hard disk. A computer cannot work without its hardware. If there is no hardware, computer will not work. Now, what are the types of hardware? A computer system can have four types of hardware: input devices, a processing device, and output device and storage device. All these parts have different functions. Now, what are those functions? We will learn. Input devices. A input device, a device used to enter data in the form of words, numbers, pictures, or sound into a computer, is called an input device. In the below figure 2.3, it shows some input device. The first is keyboard, I had shown you in the video, mouse, and scanner. These three devices, or devices like these three, help us to input data in the form of words, numbers, pictures, or sound into the computer. Hence, these are known as input devices. We can touch these devices, hence they are hardware. Processing device. A device that converts the data received from an input device into a meaningful form is called processing device. Means it calculates, it provides you something meaningful result. Okay, so after processing you get the result which is a meaningful, the answer. So this kind of device is known as processing device. The meaningful data which is required, the answer which is required, which comes on after the calculation, comparison, the meaningful data, it is a meaningful data आपको ज़रूरत होता है, it is useful data. So such meaningful data, useful data is called information. information, information. This meaningful, useful data which we receive after processing from the processing device is your information. The CPU, processing device of a computer. CPU is the processing device. CPU is like this processor or a chip which is installed inside the CPU box. It is present inside a box called the CPU box. We had shown you the CPU box. The CPU also manages various parts of a computer. Now, it also manages, controls various parts of the computer. Output device, a device used to display the result after processing the data. Once the data has been processed, the information which has been generated, the answer which has been generated is either shown on the screen or taken out as a printout, or you can hear by using the speaker or headphone. Okay, so this meaningful data, the device which is used to display the result after processing data, is called an output device. Figure has been shown the output device like monitor, printer, speakers, headphones. They are output devices. Storage devices. A device used to store data is called a storage device, in which you save the content, the files, the programs on which you have worked. All these files are stored in storage devices like hard disk, which is present inside the CPU box, and everybody had seen CDs and DVDs for watching movies. Okay, and either the USB pen drives. You have seen pen drives. They are small storage device that we can put in our packet and we can move. It's also known as flash drive. Then we have software. A software is a set of programs which tells the computer what to do. You can see a software on the computer monitor while working on it, but you can't touch it. Can you touch the Paint program? Can you touch the MS Word? Can you touch the Tux Paint program? Think. I will be continuing in the next video.